Okay, so in our last video we made a template, wedged our clay, rolled it out into a beautiful slab, carded it smooth, and we were taking care of this right. We want a nice looking mug. Doing the little extras to get it right, gonna help a lot, right? Cut out that slab, get our texture in there if we're stamping. If you're carving, you can wait. And then just leave it for a while, let it dry. Right? You can try picking it up and see how it feels. Because the next thing we need to do is go vertical with that slab. So I've let this sit a while. And while I'm letting it sit, I'm going to roll my base. So I can take some extra clay, make a small ball. You pancake that again. Right, squish it with your hand. We want to be on fabric so it doesn't, if we're on the table, it might stick to the table. Roll that slab out. Make sure it's a little big. It has to be big enough. You don't want it small, or you have to do it again. So it's just got to be, it's got to be the diameter of our mug. I'm going to card that smooth. Did I card it smooth? Somewhere in there I do. Thought I did. Alright. Okay, so here's the key. I would lift this up first just to make sure, kind of put it vertical to see if it's going to hold. If it starts flopping, then you leave it for a while. Now we're going to cut 45-degree angles on each end. This is important to making it come together easy. So I hold my card up straight. And then I'm going to kind of drop it down to the right. So I hold it up straight and then drop it down to the right a little bit. And then drag it right along that edge. Right on the corner. And that's going to give me my 45-degree angle. Get rid of that. Now, gently pick it up, flip it over like a book, and do the same thing, same angle. Hold your card up straight, tilt it to the right, and then slide that in. And you can see we're getting that little bit of an incline there, just that little edge. Alright, we should be ready to go vertical in. So you can see it's holding its shape. It's not flopping. That's super important. So now I can put these together. You can see how those angles, the angles of the clay kind of match. Now get something, you can put your hand back here. First get it into a circle. Alright, so the angles of the ends should overlap a little bit. I want some sort of support back here, so when I squish these together, alright, I'm pushing on something. If you can get your hand in there, you can get your hand in there. Now I'm making my mug round by using that marker to kind of push the edges out into a circle. So there's my base. Just making sure it's round. I want the right shape. I'm going to set this on here. If it's too floppy, you could let it sit a while, let it get a little harder, okay? Now we just need to cut that base out. Finding my little stick, and I'm just going to outline it. I'm not going to cut it. And now I'm going to cut that base out. For everything, we take our time. We want to get it right. Oh, I lost the line in there. Just got to redraw that on. Cut it off, and I'm good. Alright, now I need to get the base onto the mug. And this is well, all of the attachments are important, but I'm going to score and slip this one. Okay, I decided my base is a little too thick. Right? Remember I said I thought my mug the slab was a touch too thick? Well, I don't want both too thick. Then I'm going to get this heavy mug. So I'm going to roll that out. I'll do that all again. Cut it smooth. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, cut it out. Then I'm going to score the edges. So again, if you're not happy with something, take the extra couple minutes to make it nice. Get some slip on there, right? Work up some mud. And then set our mug on top. Press that on. And then with that wet finger, we're just going to make that concave. That gives it a nice little foot. Now you can add it's a different kind of foot if you want, but this is, if you just do like a nice simple mug, that'll work. There we go. So now we've gone vertical. It's not perfect yet, but I'm not going to mess with it while it's so wet. I need to let it get some strength. Oh, almost forgot. The last thing to do is to clean up that joint on the inside. And if you left that open, that would get pretty dirty if you were using this mug. So we want to smooth that out as much as we can. Make sure we have the shape that we want. And now we would like this to dry a little bit. Now it depends where you're at. If you can leave it out. If you can't leave it out, what you can do is tent your clay. So I'm just letting it sit here, and instead of wrapping it in a plastic bag, I just drop the plastic bag on top of it. Now I let my tented mug sit out overnight, so over a day, and it was still pretty soft when I took the plastic off. Actually, I've checked it, but I think it's on its second day being tented, so it will dry very, very slowly. It gives you a lot of control. Alright, so take your time, do this nicely, and we will get a really nice mug out of it. Next, we'll just talk about refining it, cleaning up the joints, and then, adding a handle. Alright.